Okay, the first of this week's words is realistic. You'll notice that the word real appears in the word realistic. This means we're talking about something that is very real, something that could happen. So the definitions for realistic are representing life accurately or simulating reality. Let's take a look at the middle frame. This says, which fiction book is realistic and why? We have two books here. One is Charlotte's Web, which is a book about a talking pig and a spider. The second is Because of Winn-Dixie. This is a book about a girl living in Florida and her dog. Which one of these two books do you think represents life accurately? Right, it would be Because of Winn-Dixie. An accurate depiction of life would not be a talking pig and a spider, but it would be about a girl living in Florida and her dog. Some synonyms for realistic are sensible, practical, accurate, and true. Antonyms, which mean the opposite, are unrealistic and inaccurate, with the two prefixes un and in meaning the opposite. The next word for this week is endless. Endless means having no apparent end or limit. You'll look at the ring. The ring has no end point to it. The second definition means forming one piece by joining the ends, such as in a ring. Some synonyms for endless mean continuous, non-stop, eternal, and infinite, meaning goes on forever. Antonyms, which mean the opposite, are finite and limited, which means they have an ending point. Our next word is universe. The definition for the universe is all matter and energy in space. The second definition, the earth and humanity. Some synonyms for the universe are cosmos, world, creation, life, space, and earth. These are all terms that people use synonymous with the word universe, but the actual meaning of the word universe means all the matter and energy in space. Our next word is astronaut. The definition of an astronaut is a space traveler. The prefix astro means star and naut means traveler, so it's really the meaning for a star traveler. Did you know that another definition for an astronaut is an East or Southeast Asian immigrant whose family is settled in Canada, the United States, Australia, or New Zealand, but who frequently travels to Asia to work? That's pretty interesting. Another word is sensible. The definition for sensible is having good reason and judgment. The second definition is practical, as in clothing, wearing sensible shoes. This means if you're going to be working all day long, you're not going to walk around on shoes that are going to be hurting your feet. You're going to wear something a little more sensible. Some synonyms are level-headed, rational, shrewd, sagacious, and the antonyms are foolish and unaware. This cat with a raincoat on it, does that seem like something sensible to you? Well, cats do hate water, right? Another word is protested. Protested means to complain or object to something strongly. Some synonyms are griped, disputed, disapproved, opposed, and picketed. These people are protesting the war. They want the war to stop, and they're going out and they're letting their views be heard. Our last word is paralyze. I love this picture of this poor little turtle. The definition is to lose the ability to move a part of the body or to bring a system to a standstill. Sometimes you might say your computer is paralyzed. That means your system has come to a standstill. This is the story of this little turtle. Little Bit, a young eastern box turtle, was hit by a car in September of 2000. Her shell was crushed and she was left partially paralyzed. There was no way she would ever be released to the wild, as happens with most successful rehabs. I repaired her shell using Velcro strips epoxied to anchor points on her carapace. After some weeks, Little Bit seemed to have made a full recovery, except for the use of her hind legs. So some wheels seemed to be the way to go. Some lightweight model airplane wheels on a wire frame did the trick. The removable wheels were secured by a Velcro strip epoxied to her plastron. The Velcro strips on the carpus were removed after 4 months. She was eating, drinking, and exploring all the rooms of my house. Eventually, she was able to move around outside as well. She lived until early in 2002 when she died unexpectedly and suddenly. After all she had been through, I did not have the heart to order any kind of post-mortem from the local vet school. I simply said goodbye and thanked her for what she had shared with me and the others who met her.